Good day everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to one of 4 review videos of FM24. I decided now that I've been basically playing FM24 for well over a year now, and obviously the new game, as everybody knows, is still delayed. But I thought to myself, I've done a lot of videos, I've done a lot of save games, and I've picked up some fairly decent players during that time. So I've decided to do 4 different review videos broken down into goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders and attackers, and one video will be coming out each week, just giving you a top 10 list of goalkeepers that I've used. Some will be regens, some will be real life players who are in the database. The regens as well, I will say that you could find the regens not in the same name, but you can find them. They do generate in the game, just under a different name, and you've got to be a little bit lucky with your scouts to find them. And in at number 10 will be Kayode Bankole. Now, on my West Ham rebuild, which was a 5-season rebuild, it was quite successful. Kayode Bankole wasn't a full first choice starter, and yes, he's only got that slight potential ability, but I do know in the game that he does have a slightly higher potential ability. It was just on this save that I didn't get like all the best out of him, but even still, 15s and 14s and 13s across the board for a very cheap goalkeeper who I picked up for a free from Remo Stars in Nigeria. He's done alright for us, actually, to be fair, so that was my number 10 pick. In at number 9 is the current real-life Burnley goalkeeper, James Trafford, and a keeper who I did sign on my Wheel of Fate Newcastle series, but unfortunately I did only get him for a couple of seasons, and then the Wheel of Fate screwed me over and I had to get rid of him for free. But overall, James Trafford does develop into a fairly good goalkeeper. He only ever reaches, I've only ever seen him reach like sort of the 3 full star, but again, 16 aerial reach, 16 one-on-ones and 16 throw-in, good physicals and really good mentals, and he keeps on getting better during the game. I just don't think he ever gets over this current and potential ability of 3-star, but a very solid pickup for 60 million. That is probably more on the expensive side. If you let it run a couple more seasons, you may be able to pick him up for cheaper. But yeah, he did very well for us. In the end, over those 3 seasons, he picked up over 40 clean sheets. A few man of the matches here and there, and he did win trophies with us on that save. So that is my number 9 pick. In at number 8 is another goalkeeper who I have not actually signed in this game, but he's one who I keep on seeing every single save game. He always pops up on the search engine because he's a young goalkeeper at the start of the game. He's only 20, 21, stuff like that, and he has a very high potential ability. In this save, which was still on my Newcastle save, he's gone to Bayern Munich. From Freiburg, he moved for 61 million and basically has been Bayern Munich's stalwart goalkeeper for the last, 8 seasons. His development is incredible. He has stats going off the chart, and what makes him even more special is his mental statistics. Make him extremely consistent, and he loves big matches as well. So if you can get him from Freiburg, which I think 61 million is quite pricey. I've seen him go for anywhere between 20 and 30, and sometimes cheaper than that. So he's definitely worth a pickup. Noah Atubolu as my number 8. That is my pick. In at number 7 is Regen Owusu-Oduro, is another young Dutch goalkeeper. I think at the start of the game he's either 18 or 19. On this save game, again, which is in my Newcastle universe, he has moved over to Inter Milan. It looks like he is Inter Milan's starting goalkeeper. They signed him for 30 million, which again is round about the same price. Anywhere between 20 and 30 million you can sign him for. But again, turns into an extremely good goalkeeper. Very solid, only a 3-star current ability on that. I've seen him get a little bit better. Doesn't enjoy big matches, but he is incredibly consistent. And when you look at his goalkeeping attributes and his physicals, he turns into a really, really goalkeeper. So Regen Owusu-Oduro, that's a mouthful of a name, but he is definitely a goalkeeper worth picking up, and he is my number 7 pick. My pick for number 6 and 5 is going to be a double on my Brighton save, which a few of these episodes won't be out yet, so it may be getting a little something away. But in at number 6 is Mr. Stalwart, who I've bought many times before, Bart Verbruggen. On this save, I didn't use him as much, and he hasn't developed as well, but on other saves I have used him, and he turns into an absolute beast of a keeper. And he's well worth the pickup, and he's solid all round. You can pick him up for quite cheap. I believe in the Blackburn save that I did, the Rovers return, I bought him for I think 5 million. I think it was. That's dirt cheap for what I consider to be an absolute world-class goalkeeper. But in at number 5 is the German goalkeeper Jonas Erbig, who has surpassed Verbruggen on this game anyway, and is only getting better and better. He continues to improve. I'm not going to show you, because I will let you know on this Brighton save when the series comes out and further goes along. Erbig is my number 1 all the way through that series. It's not going to give too much away, but as you can see, his development is already insane. Reflexes, throwing, kicking, one-on-ones, physicals and mentals, already amazing for a 23-year-old goalkeeper. Outstanding, absolutely outstanding. So Jonas Erbig is my number 5 as we move into number 4. So in at number 4 is one of the fan favourites of the game, being the fact that he starts off at 18 years old on the game, so he's got such longevity for the longer saves that you want to do. Guillaume Restes, Toulouse goalkeeper, absolutely outstanding even at the age of 18. In my Blackburn save, the Rovers return, I actually ended up getting him on a free transfer, which is like probably one of the best bargains I've ever had on the game. After he played out at Toulouse for, 5 seasons? 6 seasons in the game. Did really well. Came to Blackburn for 1 season. Really did amazingly well for us. And then Man City came in with 90 million and bought him. And from there, he has just continued to develop and develop into one of the best goalkeepers on the game. Valued at 130 million. So if you get Restes at that extremely high potential level, you are getting an absolute worldie of a goalkeeper. In at number 3, and this is where it gets really tough for me now. So, in at number 3 is Dennis Seimen. Dennis Seimen is a goalkeeper I've signed multiple times, and I'm sure you guys have signed him as well. He turns into an absolute beast. Between him, Atubolu, and Jonas Erbig, Germany have got 3 absolutely outstanding, well, potentially real-life outstanding goalkeepers that are going to surpass Manuel Neuer in goal and Ter Stegen in goal and become the permanent fixtures of the German national side. 3 really good goalkeepers, but for me, Dennis Seimen, or Simon, however you want to pronounce it, is the best pick of the 3. I signed him on my Blackburn save, the Rovers return. He's been absolutely brilliant, nearly 20 clean sheets in 1 season, but I did sign him on my Young Guns series for Borussia Dortmund as well, and he was phenomenal in that save. And you can actually get him for a reasonably decent price. Okay, 61 million, not a decent price, but this is towards the end of the game. I need a new goalkeeper. But when you try and get him from Stuttgart, I have seen him go for as less as 10 million, which is an absolute steal on the game. But he can't beat these next 2, which I will tell you now are both regen characters. But coming in at number 2, Francisco Borja Amores is a regen goalkeeper who I picked up on my Newcastle Wheel of Fate save, and he's absolutely outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. I got him for 90 million, so he did cost me a lot. He came through Madrid's youth system, so as I say, he is a regen character. He will show up at some point. Not under the same name, but these statistics or attributes will generate again at some point. And he's incredible. The physicals are off the chart, mentals are off the chart, and his goalkeeping attributes are near as damn it perfect for what you want in a sweeper keeper. And the fact that he's only 25, if I carried the save on for another 5-10 years, he would be Newcastle's permanent goalkeeper easily for another 10 years. Easily. But, as I say, this was a close race. And coming in at number 1 is Akira Murai. Japanese goalkeeper, regen, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Now, I picked him up for an absolute bargain in Japan. My scouts found him like sort of halfway through my youth academy save with Liverpool. Picked him up for 4.6 million, loaned him out a couple of times, he built up his experience, and then came in straight away as my number 1 for Liverpool. 16s all through the main there, 18 reflexes, his throwing, but it's his leadership, positioning, vision and determination that makes him an absolutely, truly outstanding goalkeeper on this game. And if you can find the regen, I'm not necessarily going to say that he's going to end up in Japan, or he's not going to regenerate in Japan. He will regenerate somewhere, but just not under this guise. If you find a keeper like this, get him, and get him while he's cheap, because at the end, it turns into a commanding goalkeeper with extremely good consistency, loves big games, valued over 100 million. What more could they ask for? And there we have it, folks. That is my top 10 list of goalkeepers that I have found, real life goalkeepers or regen goalkeepers that I've found through all the different series that I've done on the channel so far over the past year. And if you did enjoy this video, please do leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel. There's going to be a couple more, one based on defenders, midfielders and attackers, that will be coming out weekly. There's more series coming out as well. You've got the Brighton series, I've got the Retro Glory Hunter, I've got a Wolfsburg rebuild ongoing at the moment. Over on Twitch, I've got my 98 to 99 Retro Database Liverpool save going on, so come and join me over on Twitch, Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays. Thank you very much, guys. I'll catch you in the next video.